The queens all enter the workroom, once again congratulating Ghastly on her win the last week. Flannery sighs and says that the workroom feels a lot emptier now that both Dejanay and Yasmin are gone, and that she didn't expect there to be a double elimination this early in the competition. Ghastly thanks the girls for their support, but tells the queens that this just means they need to give it their all every chance they have.
It's a new day in the workroom, and I wish I could have explained my wishes to Dejanay before she left. Now that I don't have her next to me, it actually feels a little lonelier in here. It's time to put my head in the game and show these girls that I really mean business, especially if I want to prove that the local drag scene in Toontown is the best that the world has to offer. All that I have to do is just hope that we can get something up my alley so that I can finally give these girls the show that they've been waiting for.
Flannery comments that she's glad that the queens are getting along really well now that two of the more difficult queens to get along with have left the workroom, and that she hopes all of them will be able to be friends now that things are a bit more mellow. Celebi giggles and tells Flannery that she's a bit too naive if she thinks that a room full of egocentric drag artists are going to be best friends with each other, which leads Flannery to look slightly embarrassed.
Celebi's being a little cynical, as usual, but I'm not going to let her sour mood spoil my day. I still enjoy working with her, and I bet that if I show her just how well I worked with Ghastly last week, maybe she'll change her tune. I can only hope we're doing some sort of team challenge today, just so I can get the chance to prove her wrong a little bit. If I can combine the great synergy that I have with both of them together, that's gotta make, like, a super duper team, right? It's such a great idea, I swear. If I weren't a drag queen, I should have become a physicist or something.
The TV goes off, and the remaining queens all hope that this week will be a bit easier on them than the Rusical was. Here's the sitch, queens. I think that working together is very en vogue, wouldn't you agree? So let's get a little mixed up, and see who will be the supreme queen this week. Make sure to give each other some TLC, or else winning the crown won't be your destiny, child.
Little Mix, Destiny's Child? We're doing girl groups. Oh my gosh, Sam, we're finally gonna perform together.
If I didn't know any better, I think you two shared the same womb.
Hi.
It's super exciting to start another week with my friends at my side. I just hope that there won't be anyone else getting upset over nothing this week. The last thing that I need is more stress right now. I could hardly get rest cause I keep having recurring nightmares about Tammy eating my hair. Sorry, can you cut that part out? Oh crap, now you're gonna keep it in, aren't you?
My dream girls, we're going to see just how well you all can get into the groove with a little trivia. For this week's mini challenge, we'll be listening to some famous girl group songs with the lyrics missing, and it's up to you to guess the right ones. The first queen to answer will get a point, and the queen with the most points at the end wins. Time to put your Stan Twitter skills to the test.
I bet this is going to be a walk in the park. There's nobody who knows music better than I do, so I'm going to be winning the mini this week, or my name isn't Libby Full.
Sam won the mini challenge, and will get an advantage for the maxi challenge. I am so excited that I managed to eke out a win. Libby was glaring daggers at me, but I think that's just because I was a little faster to the punch than she was. Hopefully there's no hard feelings, girl. Everyone knows the mini challenges don't really matter too much. For this week's maxi challenge, you'll all get into 3 girl groups, and put a magical spin on the Winx Club's hit song, You're the One. Sam, as winner of the mini challenge, you get to pick your teammates, as well as choose the genre your group is going to do, pop, rock, or hip-hop. On the runway, category is Fierce Fairy Form. Good luck, and don't fuck it up.
This is so perfect. Sam and I are actually working together for the first time this competition. I can't wait for the judges to gag over us. We already look really similar, so that's half of the job already taken care of. But who else should we get as our third member? You know, I think there's only one reasonable choice to make here, and if Sam and I are on the same page, she's gonna grab the two of us and make the best girl group this show will ever see.
Sam immediately grabs Taurus and Clarabelle, leading them over to a corner of the workroom and giving Taurus a big hug, saying she's glad they can finally work together doing the pop rendition. Clarabelle seems confused, and asks the two girls why she was also chosen when she's not really known for her dancing chops. Sam tells her that she doesn't want Clarabelle to worry about any other queens soliciting her for advice when Dejanay already took the fall for doing that last week, and that with her stunts, Taurus choreography, and Clarabelle's writing skills, they're a lock for the top group of the week. Instilled with confidence, Clarabelle is eager to help the other two girls out with whatever they need during their rehearsal time.
I'm not the best singer in the world, but knowing that Sam and Taurus are trying to take my mind off of what happened last week is exactly what I needed to help me lock in and focus. I've been so in my feelings over what if scenarios in my head that I haven't really been present in the moment this week, and knowing that my teammates are going to treat me just like any other queen in the room is such a relief. I finally feel like I'm being seen as Clarabelle the person instead of Clarabelle the legendary drag queen.
Meanwhile, Libby is leading Reggie and Orange Blossom in the hip-hop rendition, laying down choreography for the other two girls to follow. Reggie gets an idea and does a few hand plants that she throws into her normal routine, and Libby looks on in surprise. Orange Blossom wonders how Reggie is able to support herself so well when doing scary stunts like that, and Reggie modestly replies that it takes a lot of practice to get things right, and that even she can mess it up if she's not careful. She then tells the girls a story of how she ended up wiping out so badly during a snowboarding accident that she needed to get a metal plate inserted into her leg, which scares Orange Blossom a bit, saying she'll leave the stunts to Reggie and Libby for now.
Everybody knows that breakdancing is a no-brainer when it comes to a number like this. It sucks that I'm probably going to be the only one trying to do something like this during the performance on the main stage though. I tried convincing the two of them to learn a few basic moves, but they both said no. Libby probably doesn't want to mess up her hair, and Orange Blossom looked like she saw her life flash before her eyes. Oh well, it's their loss. I'm going to give this challenge my all, and the judges are finally going to see how extreme drag can get.
A bit of a conflict is breaking out in the rock group consisting of Celebi, Dr. Ghastly, and Flannery, when Ghastly is getting frustrated with Celebi's offhanded comments about her lack of unity with the other two's moves. Celebi tells Ghastly that it's not her fault she's able to fly, and that maybe Ghastly should have invented some shoes that could help her be a better dancer. Celebi then goes on to say that she wants all of them to succeed, because if they're judged in teams, then they're all going to be screwed if they're not working well together. Ghastly warns Celebi that if she doesn't keep her shady comments to herself, they won't work together again after this episode finishes. Flannery struggles to keep the peace between them, worried that it's going to cut into their rehearsal time.
Ghastly really needs to get off her high horse. I can be a shady bitch when I want to, yeah, but I want what's best for all of us. If she's bringing us down because she has 2 left feet, that's on her. Me calling her out isn't meant to be malicious if it'll cause her to step it up and actually give it her all. But all that Ghastly wants to do is make excuses and try to push it back on me for being shady. That's not how it works, ma'am. Me being a rude bitch doesn't explain why you can't do a simple 8 count. I don't know what happened to the girl who dominated last week, but if this is how inconsistent she is, maybe drag just isn't for you, girl. Sorry about it.
Celebi's arrogance is starting to infuriate me. I know that I have what it takes if I was able to win last week. Obviously the judges see something in me that I'm finally starting to let out, and if that floating onion makes a joke about me one more time, security's going to need to hold me back before I show just why I call myself the supervillain of drag. I don't take kindly to bullies, and I definitely don't want to work with Celebi ever again. Why Flannery thought this was a good idea to put us together, I'll never know, but I didn't join this time just to be made fun of over and over again. She better put a cap on all of the drama, or else I'm going to put the Smackdown in Lip Sync Smackdown on that goddamn stage. During a brief break, Flannery walks up to Reggie and begins to cry, saying that she worked so well with Celebi and Ghastly in the past, and was thinking that they would all be a strong team by that logic. She runs a hand through her hair and says that she might be in over her head if she's unable to deliver tonight. Reggie offers support for Flannery by telling her that, win or lose, she's an amazing queen, and that just because she works well with 2 queens separately doesn't mean that they'll be able to play nicely with each other. She looks across the workroom and sees that Celebi and Ghastly are spending more time arguing than rehearsing, and wishes Flannery luck, saying that she wishes the teams are judged individually so she can at least avoid having to lip sync tonight.
This was a horrible idea. I can't believe that I was so stupid to think that we could all get along. These girls are so caught up in their own delusions and attitudes that they can't even work together to make something we can be proud of on the main stage. I came here because I wanted to show just what I was capable of, and I don't want 2 queens who I thought were my friends to ruin that for me. I just hope they can put their drama aside for one moment so that we don't need to worry about lip syncing again. But maybe if one of them goes, it'll maybe, just maybe, be peaceful in the workroom at long last. I just hope that person isn't me.
Cover girl. Do that fierce penguin walk. You're a flop, but you still talk that talk.
And what? Welcome to the main stage of Drag Race Toontown. Let's meet our judges. First, our resident panelists, my best friends, they're Monique and Ron Stoppable. And our guest judge, one of the members of the Winx Club and the Crown Princess of Solaria, from Cartoon Drag Race Season 5, it's Stella. Thank you so much for joining the panel. This week, the girls are going to channel their inner fairy and perform in girl groups to the hit song, You're the One, and then show us their best fairy looks on the runway. Believe it, this performance is gearing up to be truly magical. Racers, start your engines and may the best cartoon win.
Category is
Libby and Reggie had a great performance. That went just as I had planned it. The breakdancing was a hit, and I could see that the judges went wild when I started spinning and busting out my moves. After the slip-up I had that first week, I'm glad that I managed to pull it off without landing on my face again. The last thing I need is a missing tooth on the main stage. And if that wasn't good enough, Libby and Orange Blossom both managed to hold their own up there. I feel like we could definitely be the next hottest girl group in there, but these girls better start to take some breakdancing lessons if we want to take ourselves seriously. Flannery, Sam, Clarabelle, Orange Blossom, and Taurus had a good performance. Celebi and Ghastly flopped the challenge.
My team did really well, but I kinda wish we had room for 4 girls in our group. Flannery looked like she wanted to get out of performing with Ghastly and Celebi. They looked like they were at each other's throats. Maybe we shouldn't be expecting any other collaborations from the two of them unless the next performance they do together involves a cage match, with the way they were about to grip their microphones like a caveman club.
On the runway, category is Fierce Fairy Form. Reggie slayed the runway. Taurus and Orange Blossom had a great runway.
I felt like I was flying down that runway tonight. I probably had about 50 pounds of glitter caked onto my runway, but it was worth it to see the reaction from the panel. Although it might have been a bit too much glitter, I just got an invoice from Strawberry Shortcake and it says that I owe her $5,000. Who knew all that glitter would get so pricey? This is what I get for only getting a C- in accounting at the Barry Biddy University.
Clarabelle, Flannery, and Celebi had a good runway. Libby, Sam, and Ghastly had a bad runway.
I have a strong feeling that my team did well enough so that I don't need to worry about trying to lip sync tonight. Sam and Taurus really did look out for me this week, so the least that I should do is look out for them in the future, should they need it. Anyway, I just hope the girls won't forget about me and their own little friendship with each other. I mean, they are just friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if they were long-lost sisters at this point, but that wouldn't explain why they're always so close with each other.
Ladies, those were some truly awesome performances. Perhaps there may be some new fairies on the scene if the Winx Club aren't careful. Based on your performances and runways, I've made some decisions. Although you performed in teams, this week, you'll be judged individually based on your runways and performance in the girl group, both with your teammates and on your own merit.
Oh shit.
Wait, this might actually be good for me. Let her cook.
When I call your name, please step forward. Orange Blossom. Clarabelle Cow. Sam. Ladies, all 3 of you would have made Alfia proud with your performances this week. You're all safe and can leave the stage. That means that Taurus, Flannery, Reggie Rocket, Dr. Ghastly, Libby Fullfax, and Celebi, you represent the tops and bottoms of the week.
I'm gagged we weren't judged fully in teams. Orange Blossom was kinda robbed, but I can't say that my girl Taurus doesn't deserve to be in the top again. I really hope she knows just how proud I am of her. I just hope that she comes back to the stage with that win under her belt. You got this, Toto. I know you're up against some stiff competition, but I believe in you, girlfriend.
Libby, you proved to us once again that you can perform like there's no tomorrow, but your runway once again seemed to fizzle out on the main stage. We know that you have it in you to present an amazing package all around. You're safe.
Geez, I was so certain this would have been my week. Are my runways really letting me down that badly? I can't really sew that well, and it looks like Cindy can't either. I'm putting you on blast, girl. I paid you good money and they're telling me I look like crap. Don't try to shade me, Miss Thing. We're going to have a serious talk about a refund when I come home to Retrieval, and you better not expect to be coming out on top.
Reggie Rocket, your performance tonight really proved that you're the one to beat, and on the runway, it was a truly transformative experience we won't soon forget. Congratulations, you are the winner of this week's challenge.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Kim. You're seeing the rise of extreme drag in real time, and it's finally happening after a few false starts.
Feeling like the judges are actually seeing what I want to present and knowing that I can pull it off is so gratifying for me. There's no words to describe how I'm feeling right now. I can't wait to give it my all in the weeks to come. Everybody better watch out, cause there's going to be a new queen to beat.
Taurus, your overall performance and your team was impressive, and your runway tonight was a great look into just why we casted you onto this season. Very good job, you're safe.
I couldn't have done this without my main girl Sam by my side. She was the one who chose me to work with her, and I know that she's the biggest reason why I'm doing so well. You're my rock, girl, and I love you to pieces. As a friend, though, obviously, haha. Hope there's no confusion, but anyway, Sam, I'm serious about what I said. Thank you so much for all your help, and thank you, Kim.
Dr. Ghastly, while you tried to bewitch the judging panel, your performance with your group wasn't even worthy of being a one-hit wonder. And on the runway, your wings were clipped. I'm sorry, my dear, but you were up for elimination. Celebi, on the runway, you were a piece of pixie perfection, but your performance tonight didn't seem to be very cohesive with your teammates. I'm sorry, my dear, but you were up for elimination. Flannery, while your teammates let you down in your performance this week, you managed to hold your own both on the main stage and runway. Try to bounce back next week and come back stronger than ever. You're safe for now.
I wasn't scared of lip syncing. I know the only reason why I was so close to the bottom was because I was brought down by my team, and even though it didn't feel like it was judged that way, I can't help but feel like I was screwed over by them. I thought that I could prove that they would be able to get along with each other, but maybe Celebi was right. They were a bit too aggressive with their drama in the workroom, and I hope that this is the end of all the fighting and bitchiness. It's been 3 weeks, and every time I think that it's over, it just keeps going. Please, let this be the end.
2 queens stand before me. Ladies, prior to tonight, you were asked to prepare a lip-sync performance to What Dreams Are Made Of by Hilary Duff. This is your last chance to impress me and save yourself from elimination. The time has come for you to lip-sync for your life.
This is my second time up here, but I know that the judges can see my potential. I just have to prove why they saved me the first time, and why they should save me this time. And I definitely can't let the girl next to me survive over me when I know that I have so much more to offer than she ever will be capable of. Celebi, you're about to be my next victim. Better make your peace now. Girl, I want to be here more than any girl has in their life. I know that I have everything that Kim is looking for, and seeing me standing side by side to a bitch who can't even dance well is kind of reassuring. If she thinks that she can act like a diva the whole time and then send me home, she's in for a reality check. And you know damn well that I'm gonna be the one to deliver it to her. 3 words for you. 1. Hit. KO.
Good luck, and don't fuck it up. Ghastly had a good lip sync. Celebi had a bad lip sync. Ladies, I've made my decision. Dr. Ghastly, Shantae, you stay. Celebi, my one regret in sending you home is that I wish we had more time to spend together. I hope to see much more of you in the future, and I know that you will absolutely prove just why you are considered a mythical drag artist. Now, my dear, sashay away.
You do realize that I can just go back in time and prepare for the competition so that I don't flop so hard, right, diva? You girls should consider yourself lucky that I have a bit more integrity and respect for all of you, unlike a certain queen up here. You're living up to your title of supervillain of drag, Missy, so you better check yourself before you wreck yourself. Celebi out. Knowing that I have to leave so soon feels like a kick in the ass, and I know exactly why I'm here. Ghastly is so unprofessional, and putting the blame for her shortcomings onto me for calling her out, and rightfully so, let me just say, is total bullshit. I know that I'm super outspoken and that I'm not afraid to sugarcoat it for the other girls, but I know damn well that you can never make it to the top if everybody just keeps complimenting you without a hint of criticism to make you want to do better. Ghastly's inconsistencies are going to cost her the crown, mark my words.
My Elite 8, congratulations on surviving another week. We're getting ever so closer to the crown, and now is when I want all of you to start giving it your all. As the field whittles down, there will be nowhere to hide if you perform poorly. One of you is going to snatch the crown in just a few short weeks, so be prepared for anything. Remember, with the power of drag, that nothing is ever impossible. Now let's untuck.
This is Untucked.
The queens all relax in the gold bar, congratulating Reggie on winning the challenge and Ghastly for winning the lip sync. Flannery is trying to control her emotions after saying goodbye to Celebi, and that she's upset she left. Ghastly takes offense to that, and asks Flannery if she thought she should go instead. Flannery quickly says no, and says that she won fair and square. She adds on that she just wishes it could have gone differently for her, as she knows just how much of a legend she is back home. Ghastly scowls and tells her that just because she's her friend doesn't mean she gets more support over her, and that she earned her spot to stay here. Flannery cries a bit more, and excuses herself to go to the Silver Lounge. After a few more moments, Ghastly complains to the queens that she's sick and tired of being discounted just because she's lip-synced twice, and that she will lip-sync her way to the end if she needs to. Libby shakes her head and tells Ghastly that her win is probably going to be the lip-sync assassin of the season, which garners a few laughs from the other queens. Ghastly scoffs and tells Libby that she better watch what she says, because revenge is going to be very cold. Libby tells her she isn't intimidated by her threats, and tells the other queens that she isn't going to take big talk from someone who only won a challenge because the judges took pity on her. Ghastly has a major face crack, and the other girls are left speechless as Ghastly storms off set. Everyone is trying to find something to say, and Flannery comes back to a very awkward silence, worried that something bad might have happened while she was alone.
Hey, squirrel friend. When one video ends, just open up another one. It's called binge viewing. Go ahead. I support you.
I could have sworn you made Lola or Icy a producer with how angry those girls were on that main stage. Any more tension and I would have thought they would have started gouging each other's eyes out.